No problem.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that you have an amazing daughter, and I'm happy that you're supporting and championing her cause.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sise. Sise? Is it Sise? Sise. Sise? How do you say thank you?
Oh, yes, that is right. That's right.
Sise, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we'll get started now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome everyone to Wise Youth's personal finance webinar. I'm sure many of you are probably returning students who came last week to listen to the webinar about the psychology of money. And for those who are new, welcome as well. So I hope you can learn a lot from today and implement it into your daily lives. So before we begin, I just want to provide a brief introduction of Wise Youth for those who may not be that familiar with our mission yet. So Wise Youth is a financial literacy organization hoping to provide students with resources and opportunities to learn and grow their financial skills. So just like today, here we're listening to this amazing webinar with our guest speaker to learn more about personal finance. So now we'll be introducing our guest speaker today, Dr. Arinola Araba, who is a mom, an edtech entrepreneur, as well as the founder of her very own organization, bMoneywize. So I'll let Arinola do her very own introduction a bit later. But before we get started, I want to let everyone know that questions are absolutely welcome here. So please feel free to use the chat box or Q&A feature in Zoom to ask questions throughout the webinar if you have any questions you really don't any questions while she's talking, or we also have a short Q&A section at the end, around 20 minutes, where you can ask any questions regarding basically anything. I also want to note that this webinar will be recorded just for purposes of students who cannot make it today, because I know this webinar is a bit early and lunchtime for people who are in the Eastern time. So for those who can make it today, we'll have a recording uploaded on our website so that you can listen as well and learn. So without a further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Dr. Arinola Araba. I hope everyone enjoys.
Thank you very much, Queenie. Hello, everybody. Can I see your faces if it's possible, please? It's always nice to see who I'm talking to. Okay, there's Queenie,
Oh,
there's
how to put
Gigi.
on makeup.
I already put mine on. You look amazing. Dong, Jing, Mike, Sunny, Jewel, Bean, ZR iPhone, Alice, Zingzu, is that correct? Scarlett, Anna, AB, Young John. Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this webinar. Can I see your faces, even if it's for a few minutes? It will help me, make me feel special.
Oh, I
Hello.
see my friend Scarlett from Boston.
From Boston. Okay. Who else?
Hi, Dr. Shaw. Nice to see you again.
Hi,
Nice to see you.
Scarlett.
All right. Can everybody say hi one by one, if it's okay, please? Who wants to
Hi,
start?
I'm Yingzu. Hi,
Hi.
nice to see you, doctor. I'm listening to the webinar for my daughter. She's only in grade 6.
Oh, wow. Grade 6. So what age is that?
Yeah, and she is 11 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well done. Thanks, mommy. Okay. Do
Nice
you want
to
to
see
choose
you.
somebody to go? Nice to see you. Do you want to choose someone else to go? Choose a name, please.
For me?
Yes, choose somebody else to go next.
Next, okay, let me see. How about Jia Li Shang?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, people all over the world. I'm Jia and I'm 61 years old, and I still don't know how to manage my money. So
I doubt that very much. Okay,
I
thank
will
you.
improve my skills after
Okay.
this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you choose somebody else to introduce themselves? I have to make this.
I'll choose AB.
AB. Who is AB? Hello, AB. Where are you?
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Hi.
I have a daughter, 13, and a medical background. So it's totally new for us to begin to touch some financial knowledge.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Would you like to choose one more person? Perhaps somebody who has a video, like maybe Scarlett. Choose somebody else.
Okay.
Okay, let me choose.
Galaxy
Scarlett.
four.
Hmm?
It's
Galaxy.
me. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Scarlett. I'm
Hello,
from
Scarlett.
Boston. So I know some of them, my friends also just joined the call. And hello,
Okay.
everyone. Sorry, I just came back from like my morning run. I used to run with my friends every morning, like Saturday, Sunday. So I just came back. So I kind of, my hair kind of messy today. Sorry about that. Okay.
Problem.
Okay, but it's really nice to see everyone's face today. So this is
Okay.
really special. And also, I'm a working mom. I have 2 kids, but I would love to learn more about the finance knowledge. That's for
Okay.
sure. Like I think this will be a good session, not only for the kids, but maybe also for the adults, the parents.
Okay.
Yeah, but so if like you can share also some of your experience about like how you like found your company or how you can encourage the high schooler, I mean, to
Okay.
follow their entrepreneurship footstep.
Okay.
I think maybe
Okay.
that would be more helpful
Okay.
to the high schoolers and to their parents.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Lee, you're going to be the final person. Do you want to say a few things, please? Hi. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, hi, everyone. My name is Nate. I'm the hostess mom, Queenie's mom. I
Yeah.
come from Vancouver, and yeah, I'm a financial advisor. Um, and I noticed that this there's a for the children, they seldom to learn financial knowledge from school. So I talked about Queenie, and Queenie said, "Oh, we were organized. The students come together, learn their financial knowledge."
Yes.
So she founded this organization, and to try to let her friends learn
Yes.
financial knowledge with
Yeah.
her. So thank you everyone to come
Thank you.
here to join this webinar. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. So let's get started. Somebody's asking me questions. So a few years ago, one of my daughters would bring home about 12 friends every day, and she was always cooking for them. She was cooking something called jollof rice. You know how you have the Chinese fried rice? Yes.
Mhm.
So imagine adding some tomato sauce to Chinese fried rice and cooking it every day. In our case, we'll put onions, the garlic, the ginger. Sometimes we'll cut some meat pieces into it. So you can imagine how much money we were spending cooking every day. So I sat down and I thought, if I don't tell her the value of money, I'm going to be getting upset every time. So the notion was that we were bringing people to the house, we were feeding them, and they were not paying for it. So that's how this company started, and it became bMoneywize. So be wise about money. So that's why I called it bMoneywize. So I'm going to show you a little bit about myself when I share the slide, which I'm going to now. So let me put the slide on show. Can you see my slide, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm calling this Your Money, Your Way. So I'm a mom, social entrepreneur, which means I do business to help the community around me to make people's life better. I've also written a few books, about 10 of them or more. I'm not sure now. I also invent board games. I also do some politics. I founded this not-for-profit. Some countries call it NGO. And the mission was to just help people manage money better. And my mission was to make it a fun endeavor, something that is not complicated, because why make things complex? Let's be honest. And then I'm also interested in investing in stocks and shares, and I like to play the piano. Okay, so that's my slide number 1. And number 2 seems to be playing games today. Let's try again. Interesting. Okay, Sorry, everyone. I'm going to stop sharing because I don't know why it's not moving. Something seems to be stuck. Any questions for me so far while I'm trying to sort this out? Any questions?
No questions. Very clear.
Woo! So everything is clear. Yay! My computer seems to be okay. I can't believe this is happening. My computer is stuck. Okay, what shall we talk about? I was going to talk about three particular things. Budgeting. There's something called compound interest. And there's something called Rule 72. Can you see me? I can't see any of you. My computer is shut down.
I can still hear you as well.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to switch to my phone because my laptop is playing up and I'm not sure why. Let's see. Can you see me? It's stuck.
Yes.
My computer is frozen. So all the things I wanted to show you are not working. Okay, let's just make it a session that we are talking on. Oh, it's moved forward, but it's not allowing me in. I don't know why. What do we understand when it comes to budgeting? Can I have some thoughts from people? Budgeting. Anybody?
I asked my husband. Money.
Yes, why do we budget? Why do we budget?
So that we won't overspend.
Exactly. Okay. So have you got any ideas that you use when it comes to budgeting? Any tactics? Is there any particular way that you budget?
So first of all, I will look at how much money I already have and my expectations.
Okay. And then are there any things you bear in mind when you're doing the budgeting? Any particular issues? Okay, for example, are there any things that are more important than the others when it comes to budgeting?
Not too much debt.
Yes, not too much debt. I've never had this problem before where the computer begins to shut down. Let's try again. Thank you so much. Are you hearing me, everybody? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear very clear.
Thank you so much. So budgeting is one way to manage our money. It helps us to plan in advance, and it helps us to make better decisions. So today I'm going to cover some main things: needs and wants, compound interest, Rule 72, and I'm going to take some questions at the end. Right. Any burning questions so far? Any burning questions? No burning questions? Okay. Oops. This is a little bit about my life. I don't think my do you know what it's like when you practice before you start something and it doesn't work out?
Is that Boris Johnson?
Yes, he is.
You are a celebrity.
How about that? I'm just doing what I can to make things work out. So, yes, I have spoken to Boris Johnson a few times. I can't get this thing to move. I don't know why I'm having this problem today. Okay, let me go over to my website. Can you all go to my website, www.bMoneywize.co.uk?
I'm already on it.
Fantastic. Attitude search. So you can see what I've been up to lately. We help young people, and very lately we have been helping people who are in their 60s plus to learn how to use the computer. See, there's been so many things. Okay, it's just telling you what I've been saying. Okay, let's try this Zoom thing again. It's interesting. Share the screen. You know, this caption thing is bothering me. I'm going to stop it. Sorry about that, everyone. Can you understand my English?
Perfectly.
Oh, that's amazing. So I think I'll stop the captions. It seems to be in my face. Right. It's not allowing me to reach the share screen button. Very good. Okay, Microsoft presentation. So this is my family. There's my mom, my late dad, my eldest daughter, this one and this one, the same person here, my son and I, my youngest daughter. Right.
This meeting is being recorded.
I don't believe this is happening today. So it's Johnson and I. Okay. I wanted us to do a survey, but I'll bring that out later. So, like my lovely friend here said, I've won a lot of awards. I've been on the BBC. This is me talking to Boris Johnson again. I do podcasts. I've done some stuff for the BBC. I've done some ITV news, but the names may not mean much, but these are international channels, as you know, and then some awards as well. Okay, so we're all getting to know each other.
Some time out to have fun.
Right. Now, why should we talk about money? This is a question for everyone. Why should we talk about money? I'd like some answers, please.
I think a reasonable amount of money and to make people maybe have quality life.
Yes.
And like not only they can live in a comfortable house life, they can spend money on their kids' education.
Yes.
But the money is need to be managed. Money being because I'm just like the middle class mom, so I don't have that much money. So I never know how like the rich people's life look like. But for me, I think is working hard and budget very well, then have some savings, then can have like a quality life for me and for my family, and also provide good education for the kids.
Yeah.
So I think that's my goal so far.
I agree with you. Thank you so much. Also, when we learn about money, it helps us to avoid many mistakes. Do we agree? But very crucial to understanding how money works is some of these terms: needs and wants, compound interest, and rule of 72. I wanted to have a breakout room, but we couldn't do that. So I want to show you guys a video on this subject. Right. Needs and wants, which I think most people would know about. Can you see my screen? I have to resume the share, I think.
Yeah, I can see your screen, but not really sure if you want to share the video. I'm not sure it will work.
Why won't it work? It better work.
I know sometimes like playing videos through the Zoom, I heard like they might, like you might need to do some special settings. I'm not sure how to set it up, but.
Yeah, we tried some of this before we started, so I'm just going to have a look and see. Right, I wanted to show you this video. Let's watch this. It's still not working.
Needs and...
Can you hear it?
I think I heard some song like Nathan or something. Maybe I.
For kids. Buzz with B Learning.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Thank you.
So what is the difference between a need and a want? Well, Let's pretend you were stuck on a deserted island by yourself. What things may you need to survive? You may have come up with water, food, shelter, clothes. These are all needs because you can't live without them. If you said things such as games, computers, cupcakes, balls, these would all be nice.
Okay. Technology is not behaving today. So one of the basic things about managing money is working out what is it that we need and what is it that we want. Sometimes we spend a lot of money on the things that we want rather than the things that we need. So sometimes if we change, it wants to quit for some reason. If we change our thinking when it comes to money and we budget, then it's easier to put some money away. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. This thing is not behaving itself. Oh, goodness. Right, let's try again. Let me try and put the screen on. So we've seen that video. The video doesn't want to play anymore. So I have accepted it doesn't want to play. I'm going to switch to my phone again. Oh, I've been talking to myself all this time. Sorry. Can anybody give me examples of things that we need? Anybody? Things that we need? Anyone?
Things I need like to send my children to a program or to travel and to give money to charities.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Remember when we were watching that video, we were talking about things that we cannot do without, things that we need to survive. So what kind of things would those be?
Some place to live. This is our
Yes.
need.
Yes, some place to live. What about food? Can we survive without food?
No.
No. And then what else? So it's usually food and water, clothes that we have to wear, and shelter, somewhere to live. Those are the basic needs. Other things like going on a holiday, going for a takeout away, going to watch the film, cinema, going out with friends, those ones are more like wants. Or going we call shopping spree retail therapy. So those are wants. So whenever we change the way we think about money, it enables us to make better decisions. I've come back to my laptop again, and I'm hoping that this time I can share another screen with you, which is there's something called compound interest. Has anybody heard of compound interest? Compound interest? Anybody? Anybody heard of compound interest? Anybody heard of compound interest?
I think I learned it at school, but I just cannot remember the formula.
Okay.
I feel like right now the interest is such as we get from the bank usually are using compound interest. I'm not sure if I'm correct. So I'm bad at managing the money. So
is that a double interest?
Could be. I think that's a very good guesses. I like them. Compound means put something on top, like maybe amplify something, make it much bigger. So compound interest is what a lot of rich people do when they want to make money. They put money in an account. The money earns what is called interest. Shall I explain interest? Interest. So the money grows and the bank gives you something for putting your money in the bank. It's called interest. But when it comes to compound interest, you don't take out that money. You let it stay and you let it grow. So I'm going to see. Oh, my thing is finally working. Right, let me see whether we can get this. I wanted to show you another video on compound interest. This one.
Let's assume a very generous bank offers to pay John and Lisa a return of 10% per year, and they each invest $1,000 called the principal. John wants to spend the interest each year and only keep the principal in the bank.
Okay, just to explain. Oh, sugar, it says it stopped sharing. What's going on? Stop share. I have to try again. I'm trying to explain compound interest, but I want everybody to understand it in their own way. So let's try the sharing screen again. Let's see. So this is a story about two people that have the same amount of money and what happened to them based on how they spent it. So let's watch. Start again. No. Stop sharing. No. Wow. Everyone okay so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is getting to be a very interesting session. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go back to this. Are there any questions so far? Let's deflate from the excitement that's going on here. Any questions so far? Any questions for me? No questions? Can you even hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you. I guess we're good.
Okay. So compound interest is a way to make money grow very fast. What it does is money makes money by itself. So have anybody heard about or anybody involved in stocks and shares at all?
Improvement Club here.
Anybody?
Would you like to double your...
Anybody? Anybody? Stocks and shares? This is interesting. Let's take some questions while I'm trying to fix this. Any questions for me so far, please? Any question for me so far? Any questions so far?
Let's assume a very generous bank offers to pay John and Lisa.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Return of 10% per year, and they each invest $1,000 called the principal. John wants to spend the interest each year and only keep the principal in the bank, while Lisa wants to save for 30 years. So she doesn't take the interest out each year. In John's case, the 10% amount to $100 each year. So after 1 year, he'll have $1,100 in his account, out of which he'll take $100. After the second year, he'll once again have $1,100 in his account, out of which he'll take $100. After the 30th year, he'll have $1,100 as usual and take $100. He will be left with $1,000 in his account. So his principal and the returns he made amount to $100 multiplied by 30. So another $3,000. A grand total of $4,000 that he made over 30 years. Lisa, on the other hand, will make more. After 1 year, she will have $1,100 in her account, but she keeps everything there. After the second year, she will earn 10% of those $1,100, and not only on the initial $1,000. Therefore, she will have $1,100 plus $110, so $1,210. After the third year, she will earn 10% of those $1,210 and have $1,331. After year 30, she will have $17,449.40, over 4 times more than John.
Okay, let us discuss. What were your thoughts about that? Any thoughts? Okay, so here's the difference. Two people have £1,000. One person decides that if they pay him 10% interest, can I declare that everybody understands what I mean by interest? Interest? So you put your money in the bank and the bank rewards you with a certain amount. Let's just say in this case, 10%. So 10% of 1,000 is $100. So every year he gets $100. He rushes to the bank. I want to buy that shoe. He buys the shoe. The 1,000 stays in the bank. The next year, another 100 is earned. He goes to the bank and buys maybe a bag. The next year, he collects another £100. After so many years, he's only having the £1,000 he's paying. The other lady has £1,000. They pay £100 interest, but instead of taking it out, she leaves it in. So they pay 10% on the 1,000 and 10% on the extra 100 that they've paid as interest. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The next year, when she pays another 1,000, she gets interest on that 1,000 and she gets interest on the previous 1,000 plus the 100 that she did not remove. Can you see the difference? Then the next year, she collects another 1,000 interest on 1,000. She collects the interest on the 100, and then the 100 has been generated the 2 years before. Somebody said, how can I get this from being to me in 11? Okay, so compound interest is one way to grow your money fast, exponentially. And people who invest in things like stocks and shares, they know that secret. I, for example, I invest in stocks and shares. So what I do, I put money, I buy shares. Then they pay what is called a dividend. 11 years old. Hello, Bean. Welcome to the show. So the bank, I said bank, the company you put your money in pays you an amount. It's called a dividend. Should I explain shares? Should I explain shares? Say I have a company called Good Skin, for example, for skin. And I say to people, invest in my company, invest £100, and every year I'll pay you maybe 5% or some percentage on that 100. When you buy shares, you buy a share of that company that I have, which means that when we make money, I pay you something. It's called a dividend. Now, the way to grow the money is that dividend, instead of the person who invests in rushing out to go and buy a dress or buy something, go out with friends or go on a holiday, they leave the money there and that money buys more shares. Am I making sense? It buys more shares, and every year you can either add some money to your shares, you can buy more shares in the company, or you just leave the money there. When it earns what is called a dividend, you use that same dividend to buy more shares. So you just keep buying shares with the money that came out from your initial £100. Does that make sense? Hello? Yeah. Okay, I see I have some. Let me just check. 11 years old. How do I get the starting 1,000? Start doing jobs in the house and go. What do you guys do in Canada or your country? What do you guys do to make money? Let us talk about that. What are the ways we can make money? Odd jobs around the house. In England, we try, some young people do gardening. What else can they do? They can help some old ladies to do some shopping. Sometimes they get paid for that. There's so many things you can do. So I should be asking, Bean, what ideas do you have for making money? Ask. What ideas do you have for making money? Okay.
You mean for the high schoolers?
Yeah, high schoolers. What do they do to make money?
I say for my kids, they basically tutor the other kids, tutor the younger kids, so can get some money.
That's amazing. Okay, I want us to get that principle. Thank you so much for your answer. Sorry about that. I'm just conscious that I'm running out of time now. So compound interest, I want to make sure everybody understands that. So apply what we've learned today. We can start looking for ways to do what is called investing, like shares, where your money is working for you even while you're sleeping. Another thing that we can do, these are my products, which is not too relevant. I wanted to talk about this bit. What I do sometimes is I write a lot of books. And when I write books and people buy them, I get paid royalties. Royalties? Anybody heard of royalties?
Mm-hmm.
So you write a book once, but you keep promoting and advertising that book, and it brings you some money. It brings you some return, and that's for life. As long as where you have put the book exists, because sometimes you can either go and buy a physical book, or you can buy a digital book, or you can buy from a place like Amazon. As long as that book is there and people are buying, you earn what is called royalties. And when you earn the royalties, you can invest it in shares or invest it in something else. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that we're understanding all the words I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. High school borrow parents' money. Okay. Wow. Right. Before we go to that bit, I want to talk about this. This is very important. So there are different ways that we can budget. I am very passionate about ensuring that my needs, you see, needs
Mm-hmm.
for house, food, transportation, health, and debts that you have to pay, does not exceed much more than 50%. In England, there's a lot of people that their housing is about 50 to 30, like 80%. And you will always see them stressing. Oh, I don't have money. Then they go and borrowing on credit card. So we talked about wants, things like wants, restaurants, entertainment, vacations, luxury items like big computers and stuff, electronics, not more than 30%. But most important, savings and investments. You must have what is called an emergency fund. Oh, I went to click on it. An emergency fund, this applies to America, 401k. Then I talked about stocks and then property. So let me stop this so that we can talk a little bit about this. So when it comes to making money, the smart way is not to keep working hard and hard and hard and hard to make money. You can get money and put it in an investment, high interest account. You can buy property with it and people pay you rent. You can buy shares and stocks. And there's so many other things you can invest in. In England, there's all sorts. They have service accommodation where you don't even have to buy the property. That's another thing. It's about looking for smart ways to make money work. Up to date, I think I have about 15 books. I can't remember now. I have quite a few books. But what do those books do? People buy them as I'm marketing them, and then I get royalties. And what do I do with royalties? I go and invest it. But in budgeting, we have to make a conscious effort to decide where the money is going to go. So me, I spend about 20% on savings and investment, sometimes more, because I know that if I'm doing my investment, it's going to bring some return. Remember the video I showed you about somebody with 1,000 pounds? One of them turned it to so many thousand, 17,000. The other person ended up with maybe just 4,000. Can you see the difference? So I have a question for everybody. Why do some people have more money than others? Let's discuss it. I want somebody who hasn't said anything to answer. Why do some people have more money than others? Yes, AB. Why do some people have more money than others?
I think they are good at planning and good at keeping balance their income in and out, and more discipline and self-discipline, and to limit what I
Yes,
want.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the point I want, thank you so much, AB. The point I want to make today is whenever we have a plan for money, before money comes, it helps us to remember where we want the money to go. There's no point me collecting 1,000 pounds today and getting so excited. Oh, I've got money, I'm going to shop it. If I have a plan in place before the money, it helps me to focus on, wait, 50% on the things I need. So some people have decided to downgrade their house. Some people have decided to rent parts of their house just to bring money in so that when they're paying for the house, they're not paying so much. 50% on a house is still a lot. Meanwhile, you have to cover food and clothing. So when we reduce the money we pay for things like needs and wants, then we have more money to put away. So there's something called emergency fund. Remember that slide? Let me go back there because I love that slide so much. This slide here. You see, emergency fund, everybody must have some money for emergencies. So let's say we get £100 today. We make sure that if we're paying for things like housing and food, we don't exceed 50 of that, or maybe 60, it depends. Let's not be too strict. So not too much. Then you have a tiny bit of money to spend on yourself. But very important, savings and investments. Because like the video I showed you, if we start investing now, we'll have so much more later, extra money. Can you see? You would have stocks, you might even buy property. And even though you might be earning the same money as somebody else, they'll be wondering why you have so much money later on. So now, I want us to write down savings goals. Everybody, if I gave you £100, how would you spend it? I want us to do that now. Let's do that. Everybody, write something down, please. If you had £100, how would you spend it? And after that, I'm going to ask for some people to give us some ideas.
If I have £100, I might like spend majority of them for the basic needs like the food, shelter, the mortgage, the gas, the car, insurance, everything like medical bill that I have to pay. So that's what I need. And maybe a part of them, the leftover, I'm going to, because I don't have very luxury life. I don't have the need. I don't have the want actually to spend the money on the luxury items. I'm already past that age to admire the people who have luxury like items. So I already passed the age. So I might just invest the money, or I give some of my leftover, like some part of my leftover to my family members who compared to me are relatively poor. You know, I might give some of them to them to support them. And the leftover, I might invest the money. Basically, I hire some like professional finance manager in the company to manage my money.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So it's very important that the savings and investment side, we pay attention to it. It includes getting education, learning more about ways to invest. The other thing some people do is start a business. For example, I have a website. It's called an e-commerce website. And what that does is I put my books on there and I just promote the website. And people just buy the books and they pay. Maybe I don't know whether I've got it in my list. Yes, but I want to touch on something called Rule 72 before we finish today, because it's something the banks use a lot. Can you see my screen? Okay, this is Rule 72.
Up here. Would you like to double your money without lifting a finger? If it sounds too good to be true, then chances are you don't know about the Rule of 72. The Rule of 72 was purportedly discovered by none other than Albert Einstein, who used it as a rate of return formula using compound interest. The formula worked so well that Einstein remarked, compound interest was the 8th wonder of the world and the most important formula ever discovered. So if you don't know about the Rule of 72, the information in the next few minutes could entirely change your financial landscape for the better. So let's begin. Simply put, all you do is take the number 72 and divide it by your interest rate. The number you get determines how many years it will take you to double your money, as long as you don't touch your principal and allow the interest to compound. That's it, it's that easy. Just to make sure you understand, let's look at an example. Suppose you take $1,000 to the bank and can magically get a CD that earns you 8% interest every year indefinitely. If you were to leave your $1,000 with the bank and never touch that original amount or the interest that accrues, it would take you just 9 years to double your money. We get that number by dividing 8 into 72, with the answer being 9. 9 is the number of years it would take you to double your money. So that $1,000 will be $2,000 9 years from now. In 18 years, it becomes $4,000. And in 27 years, it becomes $8,000. Not bad. Yes, many years pass, and this is not a get-rich-quick formula. But remember, you're not lifting a finger to make that money. Of course, the trick is to maintain an 8% or higher interest rate every year. So that's it. That's the rule of 72 in a nutshell. The younger you are, the more powerful this rule is because time is on your side. So remember, every time you blow money on useless things, that's money that could double, triple, or quadruple on its own years from now. Bottom line, find good investments, save as much as you can, and allow it to compound until you amass a small fortune. There have been countless people with regular and low-paying jobs who have retired with close to or over $1 million due to the rule of 72 and compound interest. Guys, if you liked this video and you thought it helped you, please.
Okay, let's talk again. Any questions from that? Anybody? Any questions from that? Don't tell me nobody has any question about Rule 72. So when you walk past the bank and they're telling you they're paying you interest, what is important for you to check? How much interest they're paying, correct? Is that correct? Are you hearing me?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay. Now, this is a website I created. Some of my books are on here. Can you see?
Yes.
So people will come here and click and buy the book. And guess what? Money goes into my pocket. So I want to encourage everybody here to start thinking about what other things you can do that can bring you what is called passive income. Passive income means income that you make when you're sleeping. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why are you guys so quiet? Please tell me, why are you quiet?
Maybe they are eating their meals.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is, I just want to make a point with this. It's not to show off. Okay, let's just say, can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, let's just, I'm looking for books. Okay, if you go to books, and books are much easier to write these days than they were years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wants to join us. Okay, let's just say. So these are my books. Now, can you just imagine that all I have to do is promote this page? Can you see all the books I've been writing? People just go buy your book. As often as you're promoting, they just buy. They buy, and money comes into your account, and you go and invest it. That's simple. Or you invest in property. Some people buy property. They have tenants in them. Tenants pay them rent. They get money. And they'll take that money, go and invest it again. So that is the difference between those who work for money and those who make money work for them. We have 5 minutes to go. Let me see if there are any questions I have to answer to.
I have a question about your books.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to buy a book, but I also wanted the author's autograph.
Oh, well, I'm sure I can post one out to you. Where are you in the world?
I live in Ottawa, Canada.
Okay, let me give you my details so that we can connect. Let me, I put my email and my phone number.
On the Q&A?
In the chat. No, I put it in the chat. Do you want me to put it in the Q&A? If you put a question there, I'll answer.
I don't see the chat notes.
Oh, you don't see the chat?
Yeah, if you click the chat tab,
on my
you can see,
I don't have chat, I only have Q&A.
Okay, I know what I'll do.
Oh.
Post it. It's
I don't
okay.
know what is happening.
No worries, no worries.
Or I
Can
can
somebody
find
answer?
yours on your website.
Yeah, my website can do it. Saturday morning, maybe it's a bit early. Let me just answer somebody's question by putting my phone number. That's my phone number. This is my phone number, and then my email. My email address. Yes, I'm sure we can get you a signed copy. Easy. I'm just going to need your address. Send it directly to you. So my point again is we need to find ways to reduce what we spend on wants and needs so that the 20% can go towards investing. And you'll be amazed if you start investing, your money is growing, you will have enough money to even start a business. So you see my screen? See? We can make this one 55 or even 60 because some people have already bought houses, and I'm not going to say go and start worrying about it. Please, no worrying about it. We just have to reduce the wants and do more of investing for the future, because like we saw in the video, the sooner you invest, the more the money will grow. So 3 minutes to go. Any more questions? Any more questions? All right, Queenie.
Okay, if there aren't any more questions, then I think we can wrap it up for today. So thank you so much, Arinola, for coming in today and presenting this very important topic to us. And now we hopefully have a better understanding about budgeting and saving and how we can make money even through just like sleeping and not really working like hourly for it. So I hope everyone can learn a lot from this. And please, after this webinar, if you have children or friends who weren't able to come today, I will be uploading this webinar recording onto our website where you can share it and also learn from it as well. And also, if you check in the chat, Arinola has posted her information. So we have her courses, her website, her email, as well as her phone number and Amazon link, so you can check out her books as well. So I will also be having this information onto our website. So if you don't get it now, please check for it. Please check for it on our website. So that'll be it now. Thank you so much for coming today. And thank you so much, Arinola, for presenting.
I hope it made sense. If you had to give me a mark for today, how much would it be? What would the mark be over 10?
I give it
99.99999.
Yes.
Thank you
So almost 100. Arinola, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope it makes sense, Scarlett. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, definitely. I definitely learn a lot. So I'm going to go to the Amazon and check the books. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And thank you, Queenie, for organizing the webinar for all the older people coming, see how many moms are here. So you will be getting a big red pocket in the Chinese New Year for helping us reach.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. So I've put all the books there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I feel very honored, and I think I'm going to learn some Mandarin. Okay,
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Arinola. Once again,
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Good day. Bye.
Thank you, Queenie. Let's email and chat, okay?